Hello, my sewing friends. This is Friday Sews.
Woohoo!
I'm Jen, and this is my sewing room where it's Friday Sews. Friday Sews is when we talk about sewing in life. There are a lot of people who do it. Click on the hashtag, you'll find them all. Don't forget to have a look at the Facebook group, Friday Sews Central, and while you're down there, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of my Friday Sews. So before I get into the sewing, I got to tell you all about a little bit of life kind of thing. When I went thrifting last weekend with my BFF slash sister slash ice cream twin, Trish from Pinky's Farm. We really are all those things. We decided to go thrifting. She was in town, so we went to 3 different thrift stores, and one was 60% off the entire store. So man, did we make out like bandits. So I'll start with that store, and that's where I found this little assortment of thread and buttons. Also got these linen cropped pants. They're just elastic waist, and they have pockets, and they're the kind of thing that I won't wear out of the house. I'll just wear them around like pajamas. And the reason for that is they're kind of, I don't know, they're kind of baggy, kind of comfy, not the kind of thing that makes me look put together. And so for that reason, yeah, I'll probably just stay home when I wear them, but man, they're so comfortable. They're so nice, and they breathe because they're linen, and in the summer, it's really nice to have that. Got some pairs of shoes, and I got this assortment of thread and buttons, and it was at the 60% off store. Well, these had been marked $1, so they were all 40 cents. Now, not all the spools of thread are full. I think a couple are, but this isn't junk thread. This is Gutermann, Mettler, Sulky, good stuff. And the buttons are vintage, and they are the kind of buttons that you need around the house all the time anyway. So, and then at one of the stores, I don't remember which one, I found this sheet. This is a Tommy Bahama 100% cotton sheet, and it has starfish on it. I saw this, I knew it had to come home with me because it's my colors. I love yellow. I love butter yellow. I used to paint all my houses butter yellow. I just haven't gotten to this one yet. And blue. I've gone ahead and stitched it up. Part of the sewing I've done this week. But I want to save this for its own video because I couldn't believe how many outfits I could make out of one thing. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up. And I'll make sure that I go into great detail about it. So that was pretty much all of the thrifting. We did take some time to get some ice cream.
Hi, everybody! Hi. Guess where we are? At the DQ, where we always go when we get together.
Yes.
We had a fun day thrifting, and we bought lots of stuff, and
yeah,
we went to Joann's, and I only bought 2 patterns, and Jen didn't buy anything.
No, it's too expensive.
So she wins that outing.
Joann's is.
We just
Maybe
wanted
Monday,
to say hi. Yeah, maybe
we'll
for
send
Labor Day.
everything on sale. Yeah. And hi!
Hi, everybody! See you later. Go get you an ice cream.
So that was the thrifting with my BFF sister. These and this got to work out this week. And not just because I was sewing. It was also because I got so many things cut out. Oh, I'm ready to go on so many things. I will show you what those are, but before I do that, I want to tell you about orphans. Orphans, for me, are not UFOs. They're not things that I can't deal with anymore and I put them away. Orphans are little things that are sitting around my sewing room, kind of like these. That is a linen dress from Easter, a top, the stripe is a top that I thrifted that needs to be taken apart and put back together again. And then the blue on the bottom is a dress I never finished. Well, they're there because they're orphans. They're not UFOs, they're orphans. So I had some other things sitting around, and so I thought I would address those. I made a list, and I thought, okay, even if I only work on these over the course of a period of time, a little bit each time I sew, that will get me further down the road. And then I was watching YouTube this morning, as you do on Fridays, And I had been watching Catherine from Catherine Sews. She is the master upcycler. This woman is amazing. She's a teacher. Every video she does is amazing. She said something I never want to forget. I need to tattoo it on my head or my arm or post it on a piece of paper around here somewhere. I never want to forget this. She said, a speed bump is not a stop sign. Oh my gosh. I think that has changed my life because I run into speed bumps all the time with a project, like with these. And what happens is I just don't know how to figure it out. And so I think about it a lot to solve the problems. But a lot of times it's like I've got too much else going on. I can't think about that right now. And then they sit on my dress form for long periods of time. Well, that really helped me in the way I look at orphans. So, you know, I got a couple of orphans out this week and I finished them up and I felt really good about it. So the first one was a little t-shirt from Butterick 6474. I made this from some knit that was given to me by Michelle at Michelle Sews Again. It is cotton spandex, and I think it came originally from Girl Charlie, although they do not have any more of it. And that dismayed me greatly because the t-shirt on this little pattern is not a great one. I don't like it at all. It had a dart, it had sleeves, it came up really high on the neckline, and I thought, okay, no, I don't want to have that. Well, the reason that I loved this outfit was because I ran the t-shirt stripes horizontally, and then the skirt, I made those stripes going vertically. And I liked the play of the horizontal and the vertical. And I thought, I've got to redo that t-shirt. So I went in, took the dart out, took the binding off of the neck. I also took the sleeves off, and I cut some binding from the sleeves. I thought, I'll just take the sleeves off and wear it sleeveless. Okay, great idea, right? I can't get it to the point where I like it. It just fits funny, and I don't like that. So I thought, well, I'll get some more of the fabric. I cannot find this anywhere. I've Googled and Googled and Googled, and I can't find it. So I decided, well, maybe I can find a coordinating print for it. So I haven't done that yet. I haven't like gone to the fabric store because this is a specific color of pink. It's like a dusty pink, and I want it to match fairly well. And that's not my first choice, is to do a print on top and then the skirt on the bottom. But you know what? If that's the best I can do, that will be the best I can do, because I want to wear that outfit. And I know if I try and do anything more with this, I'm not going to wear this outfit. So on to better things. Sometimes you have to give up and you just go, I'm going to go with another option altogether. So that is going away. Next orphan was a chambray skirt that I had. This was an upcycle, this was a dress with shirring all around, and a little sundress, very cute, but not really great on me. And so I thought, well, I'm going to make that into a skirt. So I took some of the shirring and I made a waistband, but it never looked right. It just, I don't know what it was. It just never looked right. So I decided I would put just a wide band of elastic around. Easy fix. The thing I love about this skirt is the pockets. See how the pocket is slanted like that? I love that. So now I can wear this skirt, and I really like it. And I went into my closet to kind of scavenge around to see if I had anything to wear with it. Well, duh, it's one of my colors. And I found this, which I had destashed, and then my daughter, who wanted it, gave it back. This is Simplicity 2936. I made it a while ago, and this is a beautiful linen. And I'm showing it to you like this, unbuttoned, because one of the things that happened when I tried it on was it was a little tight. And in the front, you know, button front things tend to pull, and then you either have to pin them or put a snap in. And I thought, oh, no problem, I'll put a snap in. And so I went to sew the snaps in, and I already had snaps on it in a couple of places. And so now I have snaps everywhere. I think that's funny, but Anyway, it makes a very cute, little relaxed outfit, but that looks a little bit put together, so it's not sloppy or anything. And this is just one way I can wear this skirt, so I was really pleased with that. No more Orphan. It has been adopted by my closet. Well, I guess I can do that too, can I? Next up, I decided I would get to those toiles, muslins, practice garments that I needed to get to so that I could make some of the things that I wanted to make. Okay, first one was Know Me. This is 2076, and I love this dress. I wanted this dress that she's got on the front of the envelope, and so I went and ordered this fabric. This is tone on tone, and what's going to happen is I'm going to enlist the magnificent skills of my wonderful friend Michelle. When I get the dress done, I'm going to dip dye the hem, and it's going to create this ombre effect. So I'm really excited about that. But one of you said you need to make a muslin of that bodice, and I thought that's a good idea. So I did. I basted it all together, and I tried it on, fits great. So I went ahead and cut out the dress. This thing, man, you have to do everything like on a single thickness of fabrics. Like, you know, it's not a folded double thickness. You got to unfold the whole thing. This is 60 wide, and my table, I have a huge table, and it was struggling. And the thing is, you got to lay it out kind of funny, so you cut it a little bit and the whole thing would slide off the table. It was crazy. And then I moved on to Butterick 6901. I bought white linen for this. It's beautiful. I got it at Joann's. It's 100% linen, and I needed to make sure it fits before I go cutting into that beautiful, beautiful linen. And this is pants. So I cut the shorts and I made them out of this old sheet. And you can see that this is pinned right here in the front. I needed to take that much out of that seam. And then I needed to widen the back a little bit. I guess my behind has gotten a little wide. So I did that, and then I also made up the vest. I didn't make it up, you know what I mean. I just sewed it enough together that I lengthened it by about an inch because I tried it on, and it comes up high, as many vests do. And you know, you go to raise your arms and you're showing some skin, and I didn't want to do that. So I went ahead and did that. I added a little bit to it because I took this down to about a 3/8 inch seam allowance to kind of just give it a little give. When I tried it on at a 1/2 inch seam allowance, which is what I'm going to keep doing like I've always done, because 5/8 has been giving me trouble. But I went ahead and did that, and it was tight, but it fit amazingly. You know how you put something on and it's snug and you just go, oh, this fits so nicely. Well, I also learned when you line something, it adds some bulk. And so it's going to fit tighter. And I knew that, and I thought I need a little bit more. So I did the math, made the seam allowance what it needed to be. So I can make it with a 1/2 inch seam allowance, but it's, you know, worked out. I only needed to add 1/8 of an inch. So I think that's going to be beautiful. And I'm all ready. My pattern pieces are all done, and I'm all ready to cut that out. And I will do that, but I will wait until I make the Know Me dress. And then I picked out my dress that I was going to make for Project Dress a Girl. I'm going to put all that information down in the description box, and I'm also going to direct you up here to a couple of videos that I did. One is all about lining the bodice of a little girl's dress, and the other one is about pockets, and I show you a lot of pockets that you can put on these little dresses, because they all have to have pockets, because pockets are life, you know, have to have pockets. Alisa from Thoughtful Creativity has created yet another new pattern that is wonderful. It's one size, but that's okay. This year I'm just going to do one size. So I went through my stash full of scraps, and I went ahead and pulled out all the matching fabrics. But I wanted to share this with you because I have this little dress hanging over there on the wall, and this is the froggy dress. This got worn by all of my daughters, and they loved it. I loved it because it was the froggy dress. And so it's all green, obviously, but it's frogs and stripes. And the stripes also are on the cuff of the sleeve. Yes, how do you say cuff? Anyway, so I had that. And then I had some more pieces of the fabrics, but in different colorways. These are KP Kids fabric. They're vintage. You can find them on eBay and maybe Etsy, but they don't make these anymore. And I'm kind of sad that they don't, because these are so cute. So I had the purple frogs, and I had the blue and purple and green stripe. So I have been saving these in case I ever have a granddaughter and wanted to make her something. But you know what? I looked at this fabric and I thought, this is precious fabric to me. And why not make a dress for a little girl in poverty that can wear it and enjoy it just as much as my girls enjoyed that froggy dress. So I cut out 4 dresses. So those are all the tangible things I got done in here, but I also did some planning. And I've been looking at style videos, you know, by fashion influencers. When I asked you that last week, who you watch to kind of get a sense of style from, a lot of you told me sewing YouTubers, which is great. I think I watch pretty much most of the ones you named. But what I was looking for, and I didn't make myself clear, I do this all the time. I was looking for style fashion influencers who talk about ready to wear. They don't talk really about sewing, but they talk about trends, and they talk about what's popular this season and that sort of thing. And you know, I don't follow trends really, but I like to know what's going on. I do. And I love it when they will do a haul and it's not expensive clothing. I watch these people because I want to know what's going on. And I don't watch a ton of them. I think there are 3 that I watch. One is Kay Harms from Dressed for My Day. She's a very tailored person in that she gets dressed for her day and she keeps up with trends, but she's also 60 and I'm 65. And you know, I live in Florida, so I don't want people telling me how to dress for a 20-year-old or even a 40-year-old or a 50-year-old. I've crossed that line, you know, into the 60s, and I just want to know generically what the trends are. And so I've been watching them. So if you watch anybody for the same reason, let me know. I made a list of trends that are happening right now, but that are generic enough that I can use them in my sewing. And for example, denim is huge this season. And I love denim. I've got so much denim. I could probably open a store full of denim garments because I love denim. I love the color. I love all the colors of blue in that spectrum. So I was thinking maybe I should do a capsule wardrobe. Now I love color and I love prints. I've got all kinds of things in my closet, little sundresses, shift dresses that are all full of color, but I don't always reach for them. And sometimes it's because I don't know what to put together with what. Now dresses are easy. You pretty much only need the jewelry and the shoes and then you're good. But you know, even though I'm shoe challenged, I tend to wear pretty much the same thing all the time. So what I decided was maybe I need to look at some individual pieces that I can always just go to. And so maybe I'll look at some sort of an improvised capsule wardrobe. I'm going to link a lady down below in the description box who lives in New Zealand and made this capsule wardrobe for a trip that she went on. My jaw was on the floor the entire time because it's vintage inspired. Vintage is expired. It's vintage inspired and it's stunning in every sense of the word. So I'm going to link her down below and let you tell me what you think of it because wow, just wow. she really did inspire me, because she, in this video, she shows you all the ways she put these pieces together. And I thought, that's what I need. I need pieces that I can interchange, and, you know, that I don't have to think about what I want to wear that day. So that's in my brain. I also made a list of some trends that are happening. And so I want to talk about those, but I don't want to do it here because we'll be here all day. So that's kind of life in sewing, pretty much. I'm going to move on into a little bit of Jesus. So if that's not for you, thank you so much for being here. I would so appreciate you just sharing a little bit of time with me to, you know, yak about sewing. So have a great week and week ahead, and I will see you next time. If you have stuck around for a little bit of Jesus, I've got a card that I pulled out. It is from Philippians 4:6. Philippians is probably my favorite book in the Bible, the whole Bible. I love that book. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, with prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which goes beyond all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. I think that's what comes next after that. But I love the book of Philippians because Paul does a lot of encouraging us to rejoice despite our circumstances. And I got to tell you, this whole election thing, just the back and forth, I have to turn it off sometimes because it just gets into this, I don't know, stuff I really don't want to fill my brain with. But I want to be educated because I have a mom and daughters weekend coming up in a couple of weeks, and all my daughters are on the opposite end of the spectrum when it comes to views, perspectives. And I want to know what I'm talking about when I talk with them, because, you know, we don't argue. Sometimes we argue, but for the most part, we try and keep it just very, you know, well, what do you think about that? I don't know if it's going to come up. Hopefully it won't. But you never know. So anyway, I've been kind of educating myself. And when you do that, you start to see what's going on behind the scenes, what's going on in front of the scenes, pretty much everywhere. And it is very disturbing. No matter what side you're on, it's very disturbing. And yet, when I walk into the bedroom a couple of days ago, and I was thinking about that, and I just looked up and I said, you know what, Lord, why do I think I shouldn't even bother to pray for the country? Oh, it's doomed, whatever, it's going to happen. This is a God of the universe that made everything and can change anything at his whim. Of course, he's God, so he's completely love, you know, and no bad things would happen. But I thought, what am I thinking? I can pray for our country. Absolutely, I can pray for our country. The God of the universe made this. So I was reminded that, yes, we should pray for our country, for all the trouble that's going on, and not just for here, all around the world, but specifically as Americans, for our country, because we're a mess. And, you know, God will hear. He will hear us. So anyway, I will leave it there for today. Thank you so much for watching. You know I love you all. I always appreciate connecting with you in the comments. So have a great weekend. God bless you, and I will see you next time.